So you're thinking about moving to Dallas, but you want to be surrounded by some water and some nature. Today, I want to share with you all about Cedar Hill. And I have to be honest with you, I'm actually posting a video about Cedar Hill because of this comment where somebody was like, hey, why are you doing any videos on the south suburbs? And I promise you, just stick around. There will be more videos coming on as many cities that I can talk about as possible so that you feel empowered on your move to the DFW area. So in today's video, stick around because we're gonna take the next few minutes to discover the top 5 neighborhoods in Cedar Hill, the real cost of living, your school options, and things to do. So Cedar Hill sits roughly 16 miles southwest of downtown Dallas, and it is perched on the eastern shore of Joe Pool Lake at about 800 feet above sea level. With a 2020 population of about 49,000, the city offers suburban comfort and scenic elevation that sets us apart from the rest of the Metroplex. The residents in Cedar Hill love the combination of small town feel and its proximity to Dallas, and most people in Cedar Hill commute by car, and the average drive time to downtown is about 32 minutes. So fun fact, when I first moved to DFW, Cedar Hill was the first city that I lived in. I had a girlfriend that lived here and I was moving here right after college, so it just made for an easy transition, and I really loved it. I really enjoyed having someone here that I knew, as well as being able to get into Dallas on those weekend nights. So let's talk a little about the cost of living in Dallas. Housing remains Cedar Hill's biggest draw. In June 2025, the median sales price was $340,000, down about 8.7% from the previous year, and homes typically spend about 43 days on the market. On the listing side, the median asking price for June was about $387,000, and that is with a price per square feet of about $181. And so they typically sold for around $294,000. That means that buyers have leverage in Cedar Hill. It's currently a buyer's market all over DFW right now. So compare this to other North Texas suburbs and you'll see why families are searching for some of the great value that's in the area. Beyond housing, the average cost is pretty moderate. The median property value is about $270,000, and 69% of the residents actually own their homes in Cedar Hill. The median household income sits at around $90,000. Utilities, groceries, and taxes are gonna run a little bit lower than many of the northern suburbs, though the property taxes can vary from neighborhood to neighborhood depending on your district. So let's talk about the top 5 neighborhoods in Cedar Hill. The first one on the list being Lake Ridge. This is gonna be near the Joe Pool Lake area, and Lake Ridge is Cedar Hill's premier lakeside community. The median list price is about $739,000, and that was as of June 2025, with an average price per square foot of about $199. Here in this neighborhood, you're gonna find large custom homes on oversized tree-covered lots, with many having a lake or hilltop view. The estate-style properties in this neighborhood often span multiple acres and feature amenities like private pools, expansive patios, and multi-car garages. There are 3 graded enclaves in this community: Sanctuary, Summit, and Wildwood. They offer additional privacy, and homes generally date from the 1980s through the early 2000s in this neighborhood, and it's gonna feel more like a resort that's kind of tucked into nature. So for buyers seeking a little bit of prestige and proximity to the water, then Lake Ridge is gonna be a really good option. The next top neighborhood in Cedar Hill is the historic downtown Cedar Hill. Downtown Cedar Hill blends history with small town charm. The average value of the homes are around $321,000. Many of the homes in this neighborhood were built in the early 1900s through the mid-century, and they feature large front porches, which I love. It's so charming, and you just don't see that a lot in DFW. So anytime I see homes with huge front porches, I think that is just so cute. The square is highly walkable. It has colorful shops, restaurants, and businesses that line the street homes. Residents enjoy their favorites like Babe's Chicken Diner, as well as Soul Man's Barbecue, while art lovers can also explore mules and the Slide Cat Gallery. A self-guided tour showcases that about 30 historical significant businesses, including the 18 1884 gingerbread house. And the district also connects the trails leading to Joe Pool Lake and Cedar Hill State Park. Another top neighborhood to consider in Cedar Hill is going to be the Midtown and Uptown areas. So the Cedar View sits just north of downtown and offers a quiet, family-friendly vibe, and it's tranquil neighborhood characterized by special single detached homes and minimal traffic noise. Most of the homes in this neighborhood are relatively new and provide kind of a modern, laid-back feel. This neighborhood is ideal for buyers seeking new construction and serene environment without straying too far from the city conveniences. The fourth top neighborhood in Cedar Hill is going to be Windsor Park. Windsor Park stands out because it's a public improvement district formed in 2017, and the neighborhood was originally established in 1988 and today includes about 520 homes. The residents pay a small assessment, which is about 0.10% per $100 on the value of the home, and those funds enhance the community like district lighting, park improvements, and community security. The PID that the homeowners pay also recently installed new benches and street lighting with a median home price of around $319,000. Windsor Park offers affordability plus community amenities and extra security. So the top fifth neighborhood in Cedar Hill that I want to talk about is more of a new development kind of pocket that is near the South Cedar Hill and near Lake Ridge. And Cedar Hill is kind of poised for growth. A 2020 market study identified 3 major projects that are coming to this area, which have an adaptive reuse development called Village Crossings in the historic downtown, which is a 1.5 million square foot logistics hub by Hillwood. And most interesting for the home buyers, it's going to have a 400-acre master plan community and residential area in the Southwest Cedar Hill area. So this community is going to be slated for about 1,000 single-family homes plus rental homes as well. The new subdivisions will feature energy-efficient designs and are expected to be priced competitively with the broader Cedar Hill market. So if you're craving brand new construction and you want to be near the nature, keep an eye on these new developing neighborhoods. So let's talk about the schools in Cedar Hill. Cedar Hill ISD serves most of the residents, and the school quality varies from campus to campus. The standout is the Cedar Hill Collegiate High. This school ranks the 60th among Texas high schools and 23rd in Dallas. It has a 97% overall score and an impressive 99% graduation rate. The AP participation is around 77%, and GreatSchools.com gives the school a 10 out of 10. So for middle schoolers, Cedar Hill Collegiate Academy offers advanced academics and receives a 7 out of 10 rating according to GreatSchools.com. Families also have options for charter schools like the Life School and other private choices like Trinity Christian School. If access to top-ranked programs is a priority, you want to focus your home search on the zones feeding into those collegiate campuses and look into the open enrollment opportunities. So let's talk about the job opportunities and your commute if you were to purchase in Cedar Hill. So the Cedar Hill economy employs around 24,000 people. The largest industries in Cedar Hill are going to be retail, trade, and healthcare. They also have a decent amount of labor in social assistance and transportation. While the highest paying sectors are mining, information, and public administration, it's common to commute about 20 to 30 minutes to Dallas, Grand Prairie, or DeSoto. So the Cedar Hills Economic Development Corporation is actively attracting employers. Proposed projects like the Hillwood Logistics Park, which is a 1.5 million square feet park, and the mixed use of the Village Crossing redevelopment could bring new jobs locally. Overall, you want to kind of expect that kind of suburban commute, but promising local opportunities are coming to the area. So let's talk a little bit about your lifestyle and the amenities here in Cedar Hill. If you are a nature lover, you are going to feel right at home. Cedar Hill boasts 32 parks and more than 36 miles of trails. Cedar Hill Park spans about 1,800 acres along Joe Pool Lake, and here you can actually hike, bike, camp, or fish just minutes from your doorstep. The Dogwood Canyon Center offers bird watching, guided hikes, and family programs. And for shopping and dining, the Hillside Village provides open-air retail. The city's historic core hosts community events year-round, from the Country Day on the Hill Parade to farmers markets and art festivals. You also have roller skate at the oldest rink in Texas, or you can stroll through the Cedar Hill Museum of History to learn more about the tornado of 1856. So whether you prefer lake days or a little antique shopping, Cedar Hill definitely has something for you. I want to make sure I share the pros and cons of this particular suburb of DFW. One of the pros is its affordability, with median sale price homes of about $340,000 up to $400K. This is going to have significantly less expensive homes than some of the other DFW suburbs. The housing market is going to have a lot to choose from lake estates to single family homes, as well as some condos and duplexes. Cedar Hill is going to also offer abundant recreation, which has access to Joe Pool Lake and other state parks, as well as extensive options for trails. And then also the schools are going to be really strong. Early college programs with high-ranking schools, as well as charter and private school options. Also, Cedar Hill has a lot of new development that's happening, including master plan communities and some commercial projects that are promising for the area. But some of the cons are going to be older stock maintenance, historical homes that may require a little bit more update and keep, limited public transportation. Most of the residents definitely rely on their cars and they have to commute about 30 minutes. Also, sometimes the school quality and the school ratings can vary, so make sure you're checking that when it comes to picking an area for your kiddo. Also, home prices have actually kind of gone down in the area, but I would say that we're actually seeing that across DFW. And you also want to be mindful of any communities that may have a PID assessment, or neighborhoods like Windsor Park that have additional fees that you want to be aware of. So who is Cedar Hill for? If you are priced out of places like Frisco or Flower Mound, but you still crave some green space and a relaxed pace, Cedar Hill is worth a look. Families appreciate the affordability, the choice of school programs, and retirees actually enjoy easy access to the lakes and the parks in the area. If you're a remote worker, just make sure you're mindful of your commute times, but you'll have the room to breathe on some larger lots and scenic views in the area. And if you're an outdoor enthusiast, you will never be tired of the parks, the trails, and the lakes that Cedar Hill offers. Cedar Hill is a suburban haven with a small town soul. All right, so if this video was helpful for you and you're thinking about moving to the area, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can see all the videos that I'm showing you guys around the DFW area. Also, drop your questions below. I would love to answer every single one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.